Good morning, everybody. It's Olive O'Sullivan here from Clonakilty in West Cork, giving you the update today before Holly gets on her flight at 12:40 today. It's a gorgeous day here in West Cork, but it's an even more gorgeous day for Holly, who has been up since early this morning so that she can take her medication and that she can actually get to the airport pain-free. And that she has a grueling trip ahead of her. It will be grueling for the best of people, whether or not they were unwell. She's flying economy, and I'm going to labour this point. She's flying from Dublin to Chicago with Aer Lingus, a 2-hour turnaround, and then going from Chicago to San Francisco with United Airways. She's flying economy. Now, I know that there will be somebody who will know somebody who will know somebody who will know somebody, and I am trusting that the universe will help provide this. But if anybody knew somebody that she could actually get an upgrade so that she can stretch out and sleep for the journey, we want her to be in the best condition possible heading to San Francisco for tomorrow for her to start her trial. Extra to this, on Friday, which is only just a day after her trial starts, she is actually going to be flying back from San Francisco to Chicago not to New York with United Airways, and then flying from New York to Dublin with Aer Lingus. So if anybody knew anybody who knew anybody who knew anybody who would actually be able to get Holly an upgrade complimentary, in the flights are empty at the minute, and I'm sure business class and first class are empty too. And what better way to be able to utilize the space in giving it to somebody who could well do with stretching out her legs for her to be in good condition for getting to and from the start of this journey for her. Okay. Holly is bringing a lot of pain medication with her. She needs to plan her pain medication. She needs to make sure that she's not in pain. She's traveling alone, so there has been airport assistance organised and a taxi on this occasion to be able to get her from that it is as smooth transition as we can actually make it. Anyway, I firmly believe in the power of manifestation, and I had put it out some time ago, must be 3 or 4 days ago. Did anybody know anybody in San Francisco who could come and collect Holly? Did anybody know anybody who would have a house or a spare room in San Francisco that she could use on each of the occasions that she will be going over? And bear in mind that she needs to go to San Francisco every 6 or every 8 months. Every 6 or every 8 weeks, to get the next stage of the drug, to be monitored. And part of the deal is that Holly recommences her chemotherapy here in Ireland in conjunction with this drug trial. So that is the reason why there's lots of reasons why she can't stay over there. Cross-border control would be one of them. But the other one is that she has agreed to be back on her chemotherapy in conjunction with this drug trial. Okay, the reason I'm telling you this about the power of manifestation is that there was an Irish girl who is following Holly's journey, who is from Clontarf, Aisling McCardle Macmillan, and has been reading Holly's journal, has been reading Holly's story, and she lives in San Francisco, and she's after reaching out. So that is not just luck. That is the power of manifestation, the law of attraction, and trusting that the universe will provide, which it did on this occasion. And I have no doubt that Holly and Aisling will become friends over the next year or so. Just a few things before I sign off. I want to express huge gratitude to Denise Kenny Byrne and her husband Kieran, who used their platform so generously last night in giving Holly and her journey and her journal a shout out. It was a massive generosity of spirit, in my opinion, because they're also selling and retailing a journal as well called the Head Plan. But they weren't threatened in any way by Holly's oncology journal that is also for sale for Holly's. This is going through to Holly's fund also. And the GoFundMe had gotten quiet on Sunday evening, and as soon as Kieran spoke on Denise Kenny Byrne's page, there was a massive surge again. And so thank you so much to both of you. You have joined the likes of Sheila Shoiga and Vicky Phelan, who have been so generous in using their platforms to get this message out for Holly. She's not even 36. And I think it's touched the hearts of a lot of people. In the previous video that I did, I had actually misspelt the word of the name of the drug, which is leronlimab. Leronlimab. Anyway, hence why I've corrected it in a previous post. And the name of the company is called Cytodyn, Cytodyn, and I had spelled that incorrectly as well. So I've rectified those. I wasn't able to edit it, but I've rectified it. Thank you to the person who reached out. I think you're an investor in the drug trial, and you've taken a special interest in Holly, and thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. I've got a couple of props here just to remind me. Now, Holly is very excited. She's at the airport right now. She is, it's not the excitement of that people would have when they're on a regular holiday, obviously, but this is going to be a changing day in Holly's life, and once she gets started onto the trial tomorrow, she's going to document it on her Instagram account. So pop over to Happy Magazine Instagram account, and you will be able to see where your donations have gone to. So collectively, if we could all light a candle today, I don't know how this works, but it does work. It is a mystery how it works, but it is the universe at work. If we could all just think about Holly today, and in doing so, if you light a candle, every time you see the candle lighting, you will be actually wonder why it's lighting, and you will think of Holly, and she will actually receive those good thoughts. So it's something that I have been doing for years, 20 years, and it works. So even if you can't be with her, the fact that you're thinking of her, you are being with her, and she will feel that, and she will feel the surge of that, and it will actually prop her to go along, and hope that it will all go so well for her over the next 24 hours. It is going to be grueling because as soon as she's had her drug, she'll have to be taught how to self-administer it, which is by injection form. And then she'll have to turn around on Friday and come home and then have a scan when she gets back and restart her chemotherapy again. So today is only the beginning of this journey. I'm going to keep the fund going. We were hoping to get 50,000. We're at about 22,000. It will secure all the flights for the next year or so, if she can buy them well enough in advance. And she needs flights every 6 weeks for a year. And I think what we've already collected will help the flights, pay for the flights for the next year. I had hoped that maybe there might be enough in the pot for her transportation, but it looks like this Ashling lady from San Francisco is now going to take care of that burden, which would be just incredible. And I had spoken to Holly over the last couple of days, and I had said to her, if you can't get an upgrade so that you can sleep for the flight, just see if you can actually just approach them at the desk and say, listen, you're going on this drugs trial. What would be the fee to be able to be upgraded on the flight? If it's a couple of thousand, well, then we don't have that in the pot. But if it was a couple of hundred, I actually think that it would be money well invested in her health and energy so that she's in good condition getting there. And we'll keep going with the fundraiser here so that we can make sure that this transition for her is absolutely going to be so, it's not going to be easy, but as easy as we can possibly make it for her. Obviously, ideally, if we had the drug here in Ireland, it would be just the best thing ever. And I think that Holly is going to be the catalyst and the person who's actually going to get this drug to Ireland. I do believe that she's made for greater things. Anyway, I'm not going to waffle on now, but today is the day, and it's the changing day in Holly Kennedy's life. Her poor husband, Derek, is staying at home with their little boy, Andrew, who's 4. Their 8-year wedding anniversary was yesterday. And if ever there was a good reason to help a mother go into remission for anybody, it would be for her husband who needs her, and her little boy, Andrew, who's only 4, who absolutely needs her. I have a 21-year-old who's turning 21 tomorrow. He's grown up. He needs me. Everybody needs their mom. So thank you to everybody who has been incredible to date. And for those of you who could use your platforms, it's not too late. The fundraiser is only just beginning, and we need for Holly to be able to sort of look at the pot and say, oh, thank God I can buy the next couple of flights and I can continue on this trial. So please, if you know anybody who could use their platform to be able to talk about Holly's journey, I would be so grateful. And any help at all, please reach out to me at oliveo'sullivan@icloud.com. Any suggestions would be so gratefully received. And anybody who would like to run with something to relieve the burden of that from me would be just so wonderful as well, especially if it was something that would be easy for you to do. Have a great Tuesday, everybody. Stay happy, safe, and well.